What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are enjoying your Memorial Day. I'm so sad to see the end of this nice long 3-day weekend. But before we get out of here and get ready for another work week, I want to let you guys know what JR said in regards to Tamar and Carlos King's interview. Now, I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to watch it, but I watched it. And I thought that Tamar was actually pretty poised and she was trying not to be her, usual shady self. When Carlos was asking her questions about her relationship with JR, whether they were engaged, because she did have a ring on her finger, right? But her response to Carlos was that she decided that she and JR was going to keep their relationship private, that they were not going to speak on it publicly. Now this is what she said on the stage, right? Now it was the audience members who were saying things like, who shot JR, shout out to the old school Dallas reference. And I think it was Carlos King who called him Colonel Sanders. And listen, Carlos is shady and that's just who he is. But I feel like Tamar held her own. Now, perhaps she didn't defend him as much as JR would have liked her to, but I feel like JR is so dramatic. And I mean, he, went on the reality show Queen's Court, which is where they met, and they got engaged and they broke up. And, then he was taking her arch nemesis, Tommy, out on dates. And Tommy was talking about how, she was, or he was, the whole thing with the groceries and the, hotel points. And they were just going back and forth, right? Then when Tamar's car got broken into, he took to IG again and was saying how she was living with her mom and she's such a drama queen and this, that, and the other. So Tamar has given this man chance after chance after chance, right? So even when she's on stage with Carlos King saying that she's going to keep her relationship private, they're not going to discuss it in public. This is what JR says on his IG, okay? He says, quote, "Apologies mean nothing when you come from my foundation. You know the truth, but want to kiki. Well, I guess the exclusive has come out. Tired of protecting people and getting ish on. Their hoe phase was during my in love phase. Flowers and billboards don't mean ish when you have had your heart broken." He says, "A man can only take so much. I always want to protect, even when we aren't together, but stop allowing indirects to throw me under the bus. Your shade creates more uncertainty, and your people thrive on stating what you never say. I'm too graceful, and that's coming to an end. Thanks, CK." So I'm sure that's Carlos King. He says, "The truth is, they are not ready for me to tell my side of the story. I keep choosing grace, but I can only be thrown under the bus and not defended for so much longer. I'll be Colonel Sanders." He says, "I'll be Colonel Sanders and give you some chicken to eat with my story. Keep poking the bear." Okay, first of all, calm down, Colonel Sanders, okay? I'm sorry, that is funny. And whoever said that, I think it was Carlos. Somewhere either. It was an audience member. Um, JR is so dramatic. I don't know if he has this overinflated sense of self, but the way that nobody would even know who this man was if it was not for Tamar Braxton. Like, sir, we don't understand. You have so many children by so many different women. You can tell that he is in that lane with Martell Holt and Peter Thomas, who are essentially reality stars, who are clout chasers. They have this inflamed ego or inflated sense of self, right? I'm really trying to stay away from the word narcissist, but the fact that he, I guess, in his own self-deluded mind thinks that he is a protector and that he has, defended Tamar. I'm thinking, like, when? Like, did we miss that? Because all we've seen so far is, you rushing along an engagement shortly after they left the reality show Queen's Court, which I didn't watch that show, but I saw all the aftermath. They were in the whole Christmas pajamas picture together, and then they broke up, and you went straight for her arch nemesis to embarrass her, calling her a drama queen and this, that, and the other online, saying that I'm the one that broke it off. Like, okay, you know. And the fact that, let's break down these stories, because he says, quote, their hoe phase was during my in love phase. Let me tell you something. Okay. I don't know how old he is. I would say maybe he's like in his 50s, maybe 60s. I think Tamar is in her late 40s. But the fact that he called her a hoe on international platform, right? On the entire World Wide Web, that, for me, that would be the camp. Well, I'm not even gonna talk about me, because he would have got dropped a long time ago dealing with me. But the fact that he thinks that he can call her a hoe on in front of the entire world and think that's okay. Like, he has disrespected Tamar in so many different ways. I'm just, like her sister song, right? Toni Braxton, like, how many ways? Let me count the ways. Because this man has disrespected her north, south, east, and west. And he still thinks he's a good guy. That's the thing that kills me. Like, he's like, a man can only take so much. I want to protect. When you were going with Tommy, when you were saying that she was a drama queen, when her car got broken into, when you were saying that, you were the one who broke it off, and writing all this mess, calling her a hoe on IG. When were you defending her? I don't. And then he says, your shade creates more uncertainty in your people. What do you mean, you people? Your people? Tamar. See, it's times like this where I miss the old Tamar, because that's when he needs to be collected and told and checked about himself. Because all these microaggressions, no, absolutely not. He says, I'm too graceful, and that's coming to an end. Thanks, CK. When are you graceful? When have you given anybody grace? I don't understand. Sorry. This is not graceful. You're a half a century old, and you're on here talking about calling people hoes and saying you people and all these other stuff. Like, this is ridiculous. Truth is, they're not ready for me to tell my side of the story. The way that people will not care. I mean, I promise you, the way that he could not draw a crowd if he was giving away free Lakers tickets. Like, sir, excuse me. The way that nobody would even know his name if it were not for his attachment to Tamar Braxton, who he keeps throwing under the bus. And Tamar, why do you keep staying with this man? And he does look like Colonel Sanders. Shout out to Carlos King. He says, I can only be thrown under the bus and not defended for so much longer. I'll be Colonel Sanders and give you some chicken to eat with my story. Keep poking the bear. Okay, that's funny. I'm sorry. That tickled me. That gave me a kiki. What is he talking about? Not defended. Who's supposed to defend you? So I guess he expected Tamar to come to his rescue and tell Carlos not to call her man Colonel Sanders. I'm sorry, y'all. That just tickles me so much because it's so true. It makes me want some chicken. Keep poking the bear. I just, at this point, I am just these clout chasing grown men who get on social media and they really truly believe deep down in the bottom of their hearts, like in their soul, that they are good men, that they have not spread their seed all around the entire world, impregnating multiple women, that they have, and when I say they, I mean the Martell Holtz, the Peter Thomases, the JR Robinsons of the world, right? There's he's on IG calling his fiance a hoe during her hoe phase was during his in love phase. Like, Lord, please let me never ever be this self-deluded. Because in what universe is this a good person? Is this a man of good, upstanding character? It's just, I mean, I really don't understand. But Carlos, if you want to keep poking the bear so he can give us some chicken, then I'm here for it and I will bring you an update. You guys, let me get off of here because this is a mess. I guess he expected his Tamar to be the knight in shining armor and defend his honor. Because he said he can only be thrown under the bus and not defended for so much longer. She didn't even say anything negative. She actually said she was going to keep her relationship private. Tamar, you deserve better. I want better for you. I need you to want better for yourself because this man is he doesn't respect you. But anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all go get some chicken off the grill from me and keep poking the bear with Colonel Sanders. Enjoy your Memorial Day, and I will talk with you later. Take care, aces. Bye.